Okay, so I guess we're going in like this. This is actually the part where I should have done something smart, like
You stand in the antechamber of Queen Lelat's court.
call
Before
up
you,
the
an ancient tome
oops, there we go.
radiates malice.
There's the mouse. I'll just do be a quick moment while I Google the solution here. Normally I like to cut paste this, but sadly we're not gonna get that option, I think. Basically what it boils down to is you come here and you talk to this and it says heed these words, O pilgrim of the court of Layla. The path of the queen's worship is the path of the swords. The swords of the queen are 6, and their names they are known to the faithful. Mockery is the first to draw blood. Hungry and devious never cross. Night strikes close to grasping. Poisoner deals the killing blow. To know the 6 swords is to know the queen. Honor them wrongly. So if somebody wants to write that down, feel free. All right, so it took so long, but it was like really kind of lost in the thing. I'm checking it on my phone. Okay. Get the buffs up and running. There's going to be a lot of poo in here. That's just going to be really aggravating. Ugh. Do not want. Alright. So... we'll just do the whole set of buffs because it just makes life a lot easier. And we're good. Let's do this thing. I'm actually going to do this because I'm going to need some artillery in a minute. Yeah, it is true. It is slow. But again, you can potentially get a token out of all those chests, so get lots of people like running it. And it's relatively easy even if it is slow. And it's also extremely pikeable. So it can be checking your email and hard pike while somebody else is doing the actually running the quest. In case you're wondering, this is where you get your Freedy hunter. Did it make it? Yeah, I got it. Yep. Alright then. Body. I know, right? It went off into nowhere. Mockery, hungry, devious was monkey, snake, octopus, bat. So I'm going to type this into my party chat. Well, actually, I'm not in a party, so I can't even do that. So, monkey, snake, octo, bat, wolf. Excuse me, wolf, scorpion. There we go. Also caps lock. So first up is the moon key. So obviously we have to take a look at whatever the crest is, and that's where we've got to go. And they're not nearly as indicative as you might be. That's a snake. At least we're doing the monkey first because that's the miserable one. It's octopus.
A plaque bearing a stylized monkey is shrieks, howls, and peals of vicious laughter.
And of course, naturally, just because I'm super lucky that way, all these guys resist electric. Now, the real trick here is you got these douchebags. So we're just going to Stormcaller him. Zap him. It should be... Oh, no, there's one more douche. There we go. But those guys all, at level, they all have Disintegrate, and this will absolutely end in Heartbreak if you're not careful. So what you need to do is come over here. And then toss thing that guy. Nope. Or not. There we go. I got some complaints with regards to Lightning Sphere. Seems that the Warforged and Houth Canis are a lot better at targeting with it. Also, if you come up here, secret door, self a junk loot chest. To break boxes with. I will take your word for that. It does break boxes, I know it does that, but I'm not, I mean, for breaking boxes, I don't think anything beats Soundburst or Sonic Blast, I guess it is. All right, so this is the part where you park your hireling and you make them pull the switch because it's a timed switch. So you jump over here, hireling pulls the lever, and then you go. And then this is the real problem, is because this is the kill box. You got these, because this is super fun and fair, right? So you guys disintegrate lined up on things after you've got a door that closes behind you on a timer. And then you pull this lever and that opens up, and it doesn't really matter at this point. You can shoot him on the floor if you want, but come in here.
At the far end of the shrine, demonic glyphs glow with power.
I jumped again. These are just a kill box. After you kill them, then you do this. Buddy shows up. Shoot him in the face, and then you're off and running. It's a lot faster if you have D-Door, obviously. Yeah, I don't have Sonic Blast, yeah. Although it was interesting on when Strimtom posted his post for, I think it was the Cold Sork. I didn't even consider that, but you can actually just put 1 point into Air Savant and get like powered up Sonic Blast and stuff. So I didn't even consider that as an option. What am I going to? Snack. Need the snack. Where to snack at? Snack. There we go.
A plaque bearing a stylized...
So basically, Shout, Sonic Blast, etc. are your cleanups for your Ice Sork, which I hadn't even considered. So that's pretty clever. I have to give credit where it's due. I hadn't even considered that. The strength and the joy of DDO is that there's so much going on. It's easy to like forget that things just straight up exist. Yeah, if I was gonna do it, I'd probably play. If I was gonna do it, it would only be because Cold Sork is the only one I haven't played.
Without the support of the Convoker's spell, the portal quickly collapses.
And as of right now, because of Magus of the Eclipse, Cold Sork is in a very good place.
The Rakshasa Prince appears once more as the potent glyphs are recited.
For wings, yeah. Everybody likes the wings, right? And there's a lot of people that say that Air Sork is from like 12 to 20 is the fastest possible way to level. And having run with a guy who is doing it, I am inclined to agree with that assessment. He just rampaged through everything. It only slowed down when he was fighting stuff that was actively immune to electric. All right, so that was Snack. Now I need Octopus. There we go. Magus is stupid overpowered. Yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to running a Pale Master just to try that out, because it looks like it's just broken. And I am 100% okay with that.
It's cold and oily. It clings to your skin as you wait. You glimpse a lever hidden among the submerged blocks of stone.
Okay. This little lever here can actually
All around you. You are
spawn in different places, so you have to kind of look around for it sometimes.
A flash of reflected light catches your eye from the murky floor.
There's another hidden thing. Get you another junk loot chest. Yeah. So when you're running Magus, are you just running like most of the cold stuff? Because that Sork gets so much more elemental horsepower. That's the only thing. Because you can basically play Pale Master as basically a Necro Savant.
familiar shape of the Prince of Swords is summoned to the shrine.
Do, do, do. This would be a lot easier if I had dimension door, because you just detour out of here. Makes the walk back faster. Alright, so that was octopus, now I gotta go to the bat. I should probably just do these out of order so everybody can see what happens when you don't do it in the right order. But
A plaque bearing a stylized bat is mounted above this.
this section sucks too.
It's churned by the beating of innumerable wings.
Because of that, there's sonic traps in all these hallways. That's super aggravating. So you can search the traps here. I don't know if this disarms them or not. Come on, everybody. Everybody in the pool. Let's go. Just everybody. Got most of them. I don't see a trap box. Anybody? Okay, so. Alright, so it's definitely showing me that. The trap boxes are at the back here, I think. It doesn't really matter, but I'll show everybody where they are. And as soon as you disarm this, you get jumped. So, something to be aware of. Did I seriously... My kingdom to not fail on a 1. Iceberg for mages. I have like party spells and use 6 of them. That's par for the course with most of DDO though. There's an entire page called spell usefulness. And it is ironically one of the reasons why counterintuitively I think the solution to the problem is actually more spells, not less. Because they're just only so many that are actually good for anything. And a lot of them became deprecated because the game has changed so much since it launched. So they need to add more spell schools. Spells is what they need. They need more transmutation spells and conjuration spells and stuff like that. And there's tons of them in the spell book, and they can reuse assets, so there's really not much of an excuse. Just to make it a little more interesting, so you could have specialization, you can branch out a little bit, because right now, like you say, everybody uses all the same spells. Just over and over and over again. Yeah. And then that's exactly it, right? It's like, where are the good spells? Like there's no point in specializing in anything other than necromancy. Like, I mean, some people might go into enchantment, I guess, but like, there's no reason to go into transmutation or what is it, abjuration or that, simply because what are you going to do with that? There's nothing you can do with that. Yeah, acid sork. Yeah. All right, so the last 2, that was bat, is wolf and scorpion. Now just so everybody can see what happens, I'm going to do it in the wrong order.
A plaque bearing a stylized scorpion is mounted above this door.
So you can see what goes on. Now you're looking at this and you're like, what's going on over here?
Tumbles away, revealing a seething
That's
nest
how you do
of
that.
venomous scorpions.
And all these scorpions, if you try to stay up stop, they just go underground and stay there. So you gotta actually come down and fight them. Oh. And of course it's kill all to advance mechanic. Yeah, illusion. Again, there's another school that like should absolutely have more spells. They had to basically invent a tree to get more illusion spells in it. You know, with the Fate Arc Illusionist giving you all these other things which are... I think one of the problems is that a lot of the other schools, they specifically don't have reflex saves. Very specifically do not have reflex saves, and this game relies heavily on giving everything a reflex save so that every trash mob in the game can have improved evasion. Yeah, exactly. They made it viable. But I think they need to do that for the other spell schools as well. Specifically transmutation. And again, conjuration needs some buffs. There's all kinds of spells too. Like there's just so many spells in the player's handbook and stuff. There's all kinds of things they could use. So there's really not much of an excuse for that other than maybe that they just don't have the man hours to dedicate to building spells. Because they keep insisting that it's hard to make spells. But I find that to be a questionable. So this is what happens if you do it in the wrong order.
A tortured
You get
voice howls.
You get tossed down into the penalty box. It's also one of the places you need to get I think the Wraith and Zombie Hunters. And that is where that comes up, right in the center. So that was because we went to Scorpion, but we had to go to Wolf. Figure out where the heck Wolf is. There it is. Yeah, dismissal. Banishment is abjuration as well.
Bearing a stylized wolf is mounted above this.
But yeah, again, 2 spells. Like 2 spells. what are you supposed to do with that? You know? Transmutation is a little bit better now because of Alchemist, but even still, you've got to be an Alchemist. So, all right, well, now what? Because there are lots of transmutation spells and some pretty neat ones too. Yeah, exactly, right? And they're not good. They're useless and not good.
The prince's image has returned. Planted your party with gathering anger.
Yeah, Flesh to Stone has some great situational uses. It's amazing in, what is it, Cursed Crypt. You've got all those silver flame jerks and you just turn them to stone. Makes life a lot easier. They just stay stoned forever. I did snack, so now I need, what is it, Scorpion? Scroll out a little bit. It's getting a little bit personal. Yeah. That's the chest. So yeah, basically once you do it wrong once, then you clear out the penalty box and then it becomes trial and error, right? If you can't figure out the... Oh, you get to do this all over again. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I know he's hiding in here. Come on. There we go. Oh, there's you too. Right. Buddy to come back.
The Prince of Swords snarls as the glyphs are recited. He no longer seems amused.
There we go. So now I just climb our way out of here. the glyphs at the top of the stairway. Should be open. If we look over there, you can see them. All of these are now ordered up.
Six plaques are arrayed above this gate, bearing the stylized
Rest.
image of an animal.
Screw it.
Ahead, a demonic versus a mixture of rage and eagerness.
I see a 3D hunter. Keep forgetting I have a rune arm. Shoot him. All right. Off me.
You look upon the mighty form of the Marilith Queen Layla. A Rakshasa consort stands confidently by her side.
I hate your pots so much. I could blast you where you stand, but perhaps you deserve a nobler death. Prove yourselves worthy to cross swords with the Queen of Menectaran. Alright, well I just shot that guy. There's that. I just cast gun on that guy, so here we go. I'm about to have a bad day.
Queen Layla vanishes in a spray of colors.
Alright, so obviously this is going to be a trap. You have to approach it or else nothing happens.
Queen Layla blinks back into sight, completely unharmed and
Charge recoil business. I just shot her. Yeah.
as Queen Layla vanishes, a sense of oppression lifts from your soul. You have driven the true queen into the circle of eternity.
Oh, this is an interesting bug. Not sure what to do about this. Yeah, no, she's dead. The quest is completed. She's dead, but she's not going away. All right, so there's a backup plan for this. Okay, so you say I go now to gather my forces. Zawabi's Revenge. Here we go. Yeah, that's hard to come by those. Yeah. I mean, I mean, right? Because, okay, cool. So this will be your first time. So let's do it. Crap, did I go in Epic Elite? I don't want to earn it.
This must be the hellish lair where the wizard...
Also, not only do I not want to earn it,
The air is...
I don't think it drops the right items. Man, I could probably get it Epic Elite if I wanted it bad enough, but I don't want it that bad. I guess straight up don't want it that bad, so... Zombie's Revenge... No, we're gonna reset that. Zombie's Revenge, send me the Circle of Eternity. I want this on Heroic Elite. There we go. I like easy.
This
What I'm really hoping to get out of here is the Bramble Casters. There's a bunch of really awesome stuff, but the Bramble Casters would be sick.
sulphurous and corrupt.
And I had a Lion's Head belt buckle, which I stupidly got rid of, but it was the old one and they didn't scale. When they did the U50 update, it was great, but at the same time, like, it had its problems. There was a few items that were not great. I can actually go and buy myself Bloodstone. That's another thing I need to remember to do. I can get rid of my old one. But that, again, that's another thing. Like the Bloodstone, that has the most wretchedly low drop rate. I've got like 6 dust carts. I've got like 3 Bloodstones across like 15 characters. So Alright, Dogbot. Let's do this thing. It's just me and you. So we run down the hallway, and every time we hit a gate, we get stopped. Let's come up. And they get blown up, and we move, and we advance. A lot of times, all you fight when you do this as an actual proper raid is you just, you only kill these guys, and then you just run to the end. So, like here, these guys come, and most people just run right past these. They don't even bother fighting them because they don't have to. You don't have to. But they do count for your monster manual, so it's worth killing them just because. Through the gate. The new one is excellent, actually. I would argue that as of right now, the for like any kind of DPS build, like a specifically like a physical one, like ranged or melee, that the Bloodstone is probably the best in slot item. Like it's everything. It's seeker, it's deadly, it's accuracy, I think it's deception as well. Like it's slotted. So I mean it's everything. And I use the epic one right to cap. So yeah, like it was a huge upgrade. All right, so here you get your shrine. You can use this if you want, but I've got so many spell points, so let's not even worry about it. So we jump in here.
Churns with instability. You doubt Zawabi's magic.
Now we can't do anything with she'll just stand there until we talk to her. If you look over here, if you fall off, it's just one big pedestal. But below, let's see if I can find it somewhere around here. If you look down way at the base, there's a little platform and it's got a portal on it, and that's how you, if you fall off, you make your way over to that, and that's how you get there. You go. So it's on the, what do we want to call it, the northeast side. So if you fall off, you make your way over there, and that little portal will take you back. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's sort of personal preference. I'm still using right now. I'm still using the Slaver's Trinket. So 6 of one and a half a dozen of the other, right? And but I'm using this specifically because this is not a ranged or a melee build. If it was, I would probably still be using the Bloodstone. And I've got a bunch of the Master's Gifts augments because I'm perverse. And I ran a bunch of 3-0 back in the day to make sure all of my tunes had the stupid cloak. And now it's basically meaningless, so I just turned them all into augments. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk to her. So the first thing we do is we talk to her. Oh, let's try this again. I'll read it for you. What a disappointment. I was impressed when you killed my Rakshasa slave, but suggested promise, although I hated to lose such a unique pet. I even thought of binding you to my service in his stead, but to attack me here in the circle of eternity, you have already shown my command over space and time. I can abandon you here with a word, and my armies will devour you at their leisure. You will not find it so easy to leave the circle. What nonsense. None can enter the circle of eternity without my mark. None can leave without my blessing. The circle's magic belongs to Laylat, and it answers to Laylat's commands. Allow me to demonstrate. Be my guest. But I cannot. The wards have been tampered with. The circle of eternity is defiled. This is beyond your power. Only a spirit with ancient knowledge. A spirit who knows the Wizard King's secrets. Why, it is Zawabi, that doddering fool. Curse upon all Jinn. You are Zawabi's pawns, and you will die for your meddling. Bring it, don't send it, lady. Alright, so then she jumps you with these guys. They respawn, so I mean, you can get rid of them or not. A lot of people don't. What happens is, I believe they have, they do negative damage. So a lot of times what happens is you'll get a paymaster, he gets aggro, and they'll just keep pumping him full of, can I reach? There we go. Yeah, so she teleports, and then she teleports around. Oh. Laylat's death curse be upon you all. Alright, well, she's dead now, so Yeah. I don't know what just happened. She's supposed to do a bunch of stuff, but I guess I just killed her. Sorry. So that was kind of anticlimactic. But yeah, that was the thing that just happened. But anyway, normally you shoot her and then she comes to the center and you beat up on her a little bit and then she teleports back to the sides. And then she comes to the center and you beat her up a little bit and then she starts, I am war, I am death, I am destruction, and then you beat her up and then it's over. But apparently you can just shoot her with your rune armor and just skip all that. So. Ooh, storm. Sick. Check that out. Lightning strike, shocking blast, screeching thunderstorm, power of the thunderstorm. Sick. Okay, I was not expecting that, but I will absolutely wild instincts. That happens on a scroll. But yeah, let's just take that crap and run. Stu goggles is spot 14. Somebody will give me money for those. Yoink. Still don't know what I'd actually do with that storm, but I mean, it's all the thing, right? Actually would have been handier earlier on in this life. Perform shield basing. I don't know if I care that much. This was a ridiculous. This is actually the raid chest. This is supposed to be the stuff that drops things, but oh well. Anyway.